All right, let's go to our scripture lesson as we find our last verse and reference in our All the Days of Your Life series. Psalm 23, verse 6. Surely, I want you to see the affirmation there, the absolute affirmation. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. In our journal reading, we shared with you that God will find a way to follow us every day. Every single day, He finds a way to follow us, to track us, if you will, to remain connected to us. He finds a way to follow us every single day. Here, the psalmist says, surely, without any doubt, without any interruption, without any question, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Goodness and mercy are direct attributes of God's nature. God's nature is goodness. God's nature is merciful. It's because of His goodness and His mercy that we have this experience of life. It's because of His goodness. Goodness represents His perfection in His creation. It is God's opinion about what He's created. It's God's assessment about what He has purposed. It's God's His analysis, if you will, of what He is doing in His creation. Goodness represents God's perfection in His creation. We go all the way back to the book of Genesis, and we notice when we have the end of each signature day of creation, at the conclusion of that work inside of, watch this, inside of every day, this was God's commentary. That is good. Now stay with me here. The opinion of God is all that matters. It's God's assessment that matters. It's not how we see it. It's not how we measure it. It's not our analysis that makes a difference or that matters. It's God's analysis. It's God's commentary. As a matter of fact, at the time of creation, there was nobody else to analyze, to give their opinion about the work that He had completed. So at the end of every signature day of creation, God says, that is good. In other words, He says, there's nothing else, and you've heard me share this before, there's nothing else that can be added or taken away from this day to make it any more complete. It is the finest representation of perfection. It is good, establishes that nothing else can be done beyond what has been done. So now, with that understanding, with that defining of what is good from a divine point of view, this is one of God's attributes. Goodness is His divine attribute. Goodness comes from God. It is His nature. He Himself does not require any supplement. Here's what I mean by that. You can't add or take away from who He is. He is naturally, divinely all good, perfect in who He is.